We know that Deadpool is now at Disney, but Ryan Reynolds doesn't give a Hey guys, I'm Sean O'Connell, the managing editor at CinemaBlend, and as you can see behind me, we are still in Las Vegas for CinemaCon 2024, and it was the big Walt Disney panel showing off a ton of things coming from the studio. Specifically, I want to get into Marvel Studios and the fact that they brought both Captain America and Deadpool footage to the panel and the presentation, which is a big surprise, because when Kevin Feige came out on stage and talked about the fact that they are ready to bring Marvel back to theaters after being absent for a little while, I did not expect to see any kind of exclusive footage from that studio. They are very hesitant to show us anything ahead of time. So when he told us we were seeing 9 whole minutes of Deadpool and Wolverine footage, I got extremely excited. And then by the time we got to see the footage that was there, it was even better. I'm blown away by how much Ryan Reynolds is bringing the Deadpool attitude to Disney and dropping all of the F-bombs and making it the most hard R-rated Marvel movie that we have ever seen, because it's the first R-rated Marvel movie, but they're leaning into it 100%. Most of the footage is stuff that you've seen in the trailers. We got extended cuts of Wade with his bad toupee working at Drive Max, which is a CarMax ripoff, and failing to sell cars to families, mainly because when he takes them on a test drive, it's loaded with F-bombs and honest reactions to the cars. Then Wade goes home for his surprise birthday party, but he notices that people are sort of tailing him. What we learn at the surprise birthday party is that Wade now lives with blind Al, and he has broken up with Vanessa, which is a big surprise coming out of Deadpool 2, because that was always about their romance, and he actually went back in time to figure out a way to resurrect her. So the fact that they're not together again is going to have to be explained. It is not in the footage that we saw. As you see in the trailer, though, the TVA eventually abducts Deadpool and brings him to the Time Variance Authority to introduce him to the concept that they do of keeping the sacred timeline intact. Now, going into this footage and going into this movie, I kind of believed that Wade playing around with Cable's device at the end of Deadpool 2 would be why the TVA was interested in him. And they basically say, no, we know that you did that, but what we're trying to do is give you a fresh introduction and take you off of your existing universe and drop you into the only timeline that matters. Now, they winkingly nod to the camera at this point that it's going to be a Marvel cinematic universe that Deadpool is being dropped into. We do see footage of Chris Evans playing Steve Rogers on the video screen, and we do see a brief snippet of Thor crying over a dead Deadpool figure. And Ryan Reynolds very quickly is like, what is that? Why is Thor crying? I want to see what's going on. And they're like, no, we can't tell you that. Like, that's kind of top secret. But at the end of it, Deadpool ends up getting his suit. One of the funniest montages that I've seen in the trailer so far. It's repeated uses of like groin adjustments and butt slaps and getting Ryan Reynolds into that suit. He's loving every minute of it, of course. And you're going to get in this footage, and probably through the rest of the movie, a lot of Disney jokes. This is Ryan Reynolds finally acknowledging the fact that he is able to leave Fox and become part of the Disney universe, and they're going to lean heavily into that based on the footage that we saw.
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
We got a very quick shot at the end of the footage of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, and Jackman is wearing the Wolverine costume without his mask. There's a joke about it looking like it's the same color of the uniform of the NFL team, the Los Angeles Rams, and it looks like the two of them are going on some sort of a road trip. Might not even be part of the movie. It looked that different. It was a sequence that was kind of pulled out of place of this other stuff that we were watching. And Jackman and Ryan Reynolds also filmed what kind of felt like a silence your phones PSA that is probably going to run in theaters a little bit beforehand. Again, R-rated and showing off their chemistry. But that's kind of what we saw from Deadpool. Overall, I found the Deadpool and Wolverine footage to be extremely funny, and I can't wait to see if that is able to extend over the course of the entire film. I want to know more about the plot. We didn't learn much about the villain. I want to see how Hugh Jackman factors into this, and especially the use of the multiverse through the TVA and the use of Deadpool. But I have to credit Marvel Studios because, like I said, they're normally so secretive, so the fact that they brought 9 minutes is impressive to me alone. We want to thank you guys for following all of our CinemaCon coverage. Make sure you keep it right here on CinemaBlend for your latest entertainment news.